cotton on it. It get real deep, y'all. The architecture, you start paying attention to the way buildings are designed, and you start looking up why they are designed like that, then you're gonna get why they even designed the building like that. You gotta look at it from an architectural standpoint with where buildings are placed. No building is placed in its position by coincidence or mistake. Every single building in these downtown locations are strategically placed like that. They are strategically built to be that tall. When you see a skyscraper or a building with a weird shape, it's all about energy and design. You know what I'm saying? Facts. Like they using the design as a way to manipulate the space and the energy with the shapes of the buildings and how far the streets is and how wide the streets is, how far certain buildings are apart from each other. All of that is by design. Ain't none of it is just like, oh, they just designing, you know what I'm saying, designing it like that. The whole downtown New York. So I need you to see that they built all of their major cities over all the main quantum energetic hubs along the 33rd parallel. All right? You got downtown New York. You got the Vatican. Matter of fact, let me see if I can get some pictures on this shit. Let's go to Google, get some pictures on this. Just to get a visual, y'all. Just to get a visual. Just to get a visual, reflections. Let's just get some visuals.
Prepare.
Okay?
Get off the grid.
Now.
Learn how to live off the grid.
Late 33rd parallel. The point where this is at, the Eiffel Tower, I think that's what that's called, the Eiffel Tower. 33rd parallel. Look what they built right there on it. And notice, at the top it forms a vortex. The vortex is the point where two lines meet. It's the point where two lines meet. And when you form a vortex, it makes it easier to push out energy as well as pull in energy. Right here, the tip of the vortex. All right? Also, notice, it's also shaped like a bull's phallus, a bull penis. Go look it up. They put it right there purposely.
Facts.
All right?
Just like the obelisk.
All right, we go.
The other obelisk, the one they got in D.C. and all the other places, the ones they left.
That's Paris. Hollywood land
They all
sign.
represent phallus.
I'm going to show y'all where the points is at. Fuck the bullshit. I'm going to show y'all where the points is at. Hollywood. Let's get a visual. Hollywood. Damn, where I want to sit this at? Because I don't look. Fuck, let me see. Hollywood land sign. That's a point. Let's just get a visual on it. All right? You see where this is at? This on the 33rd parallel. Where they put the sign at, that's where one of the dots is at. All right? So you can understand that this 33rd parallel is very important.
33rd.
All right?
Yes, it is.
Let's go. Downtown New York. Let me show y'all exactly where so y'all can see it. All 33rd parallel, y'all.
Hold on.
Downtown New York.
That's Iverson number.
Let me show it to you.
33. 33 vertebrae. 33 vertebrae. 33 degree Mason. CC. Christ consciousness. Christ consciousness.
Notice how it's formed right here. The land is formed right here with the water. That's a point as well as where the Statue of Liberty is at. 33rd parallel. This is a major hub of energy. It's like one of them dots, and this is why they put all this right here. See, they built all these buildings over it. If you ever wondered, New York's super big, right? So ask yourself this. New York big as fuck. So why wouldn't they just space these buildings out and make more, you get what I'm saying? Use more of the land. They only put a lot of projects in New York and a lot.
I was just saying that in my live. They were saying, this girl, they said that New York would be the least place to make it in the zombie apocalypse. And this lady who was doing the video about it here on YouTube, she was saying how her first thought was how that don't make sense. And my first thought was, well, for one, it's too many motherfuckers up on this motherfucking island, right? Too many motherfuckers, too many fucking people. And they fucking jam-packed together. There's no space. They living on top of each other. They walking and working on top of each other. They traveling on top of each other. That motherfucker gonna turn to Gotham City. I'm telling you, Warzone. They gonna need Batman in that bitch. Some shit go down.
big as fuck. So why wouldn't they just space these buildings out and make more? You get what I'm saying? Use more of the land. They only put a lot of projects in New York and a lot of buildings hubbed together. But in this downtown area, look how close the buildings is, and look how they circling. Look how they circling. Mm-hmm. This is in the middle is the energetic dot though. But look how they got these buildings hovering around to block off that energy. All right, to block off that energy, and they're using it. All right, yeah. So they are using it. You get what I'm saying?
When they got those square rectangle buildings like that, instead of the ones with the pinnacle at the top or a triangle at the top, it's smushing the energy down instead of letting it go up how it's supposed to, up and out. They smushing it down.
See, I need to show you the designs of buildings and shit so you can understand why they even designed it like that. You feel me? You're going to be like, oh, I see why they even designed it like that. You know what I'm saying? You thinking they just designed it just to now. The architecture just put the shit there to do it. No, this is all based around energy in the 33rd parallel. All they major points where they running shit from.
Don't let go verify what he's saying for yourself if you don't believe it. Don't let nobody tell you that he wrong or you wrong. Go verify it. Even if you don't know how to explain it, you can understand and comprehend it.
33rd parallel. You know what I'm saying? I'll show you this one. Right here. Vatican. 33rd parallel. See what that dot? That's a dot right here. This is why they...
True. And you got the womb and the phallus. They got this same layout in Washington, D.C.
You got the phallus right there as well. This whole center, 33rd parallel, very important energy. This is why they took it over and put, you know what I'm saying? And you see they left you see this has the clean aisle just to last for energy. It's all for, look at it from an architectural standpoint. I'm trying to show you why the architects did that.
The earth, the circumference and certain places on earth has certain amount of energy coming out of it. Same thing with all the pyramids and mounds. The archaeologists and shit of today, the ones who work under the Fed under federal regulations, they liars. And by law, they can't tell you the truth.
Got that on the line though, you see what I'm saying? So when you do look it up, you still kind of like off, you know what I'm saying? You still kind of off, because you like, well, it's only Chicago, Dallas, and Atlanta, and LA. No, it's not just that. No, it ain't. Don't believe that lie. All right, go to another one. Downtown Chicago.
That's the whole U.S., man. It's the whole U.S., man. It's at least one city in every state that was important and had a thriving nation, a thriving people, a thriving community, where they stole all of our technology that we use today. They stole it from these people, our people, who they call mysterious and ancient and prehistoric. Shit ain't rocket science. They just liars. Liars and thieves. Cowards and tricksters.
See, I'm just putting everything together for you.
You hear me? I'm just putting it together for you.
So you can see what they doing. Let me show you. Trying to get a better view.
Get you a bug out bag. Get you a bug out bag with your sleep kit, roll out kit. Get you a bug out bite. Your car ain't gonna last you long in the shit that's coming. Get you some weapons. You hear me? Carry your necessities only. Tools, first aid, water, food, weapons. You don't need too much. You ain't gonna need none of that shit. You gonna need to live.
Get that angle. We're trying to go right here. But look, this downtown Chicago, my home city. Shout out to the shot. All right, but
Union Station. Perfect building. That motherfucker been there for thousands of years. They turned it to a train station. Or they not turned it into a used to, that's what it was, but I'll say that to say they left it standing. It's one of the few buildings in Chicago they left standing. Remember the Chicago expedition? They call it the Columbian Expedition, Chicago World Fair. The entire city, they say that they built it and tore it down. They say they only built it to have a fair. They lied. They came, discovered it, killed all the people, had a fair, showed all of the immigrants, colonizers, and conquistadors, showed it off to the world, showed it off to the Africans and Europeans and Indians, all of the immigrants that came over here from the West. Showed it off to them as the new world, and then they stole what they wanted. That's where the world's first Ferris wheel was at. A bunch of things and places. They stole what they wanted. They broke the Ferris wheel down, sold it for scraps with they bum ass. And then they kept the rest of what they wanted and burned and tore the rest down. And lied to everybody and said that they built it. And they painted the whole city white and said that it was just plaster that they put up just for the fair. And the fair went on for 6 months. People really believed that shit. Well, they knew that shit was a lie. People believe what they want to believe and ignore the truth when it's right in their face.
Chicago. Giving away all these buildings.
The Illinois tribes. Illinois, Illawak, however you say it. It was indigenous and not the Native Americans of today.
Our line. When you see the buildings mushed together like this, these was all very important energetic hubs. See, they got us believing that downtowns, like when you see a downtown, that all the buildings should be together like that. And when you downtown, it don't seem that way because you ride up and down the goddamn street. But when you look at it from an outside point of view,
that's why I don't ride. That's why I walk. I ride a bike and I walk. Because you get a clearer perspective when you in them cars and shit, motorcycles, you moving too damn fast. You gotta slow down and take in your environment.
You do see all the buildings hubbed together. You're like, oh, that's just downtown. But you're not asking, there's so much land, why not spread these tall skyscrapers out? The whole point of skyscrapers, you're going to notice they're going to always be downtown. Most downtowns are on the energetic points of the 33rd parallel. This is what you got to know because these lines run up and down, they zigzag. It's one of the most powerful veins in Chi. So this vein runs all different type of ways, and then it has energetic dots, like I showed y'all them dots, the main hubs. And on the main hubs, you're gonna notice they put most of their main cities. Or in each city that like these main cities with their downtowns, you're gonna notice that, you feel me? And then if you start what you'll start noticing too is like if you go look at
Ka is Earth. Ka is planet Earth, Mother Earth.
On the energetic points of the 33rd parallel. This is what you gotta know because these lines run up and down, they zigzag. It's one of the most powerful veins in Chi. So this vein runs all different type of ways, and then it has energetic dots, like I showed y'all them dots, the main hubs. And on the main hubs, you will notice they put most of their main cities, or in each city that like these main cities with their downtowns, you're gonna notice that, you feel me? And then if you start, what you will start noticing too is like if you go look at a small town that's not on the 33rd parallel, they won't even have that many buildings downtown like that. You know what I'm saying? They'll only have like a few. You know, you go to Wichita, Kansas or something. They ain't got a whole bunch of motherfucking buildings shrugged together like that. And then they got nothing to do because Wichita was smaller because Wichita got enough land for them to do that shit too. You know what I'm saying? It's because of certain cities. Definitely their main was like LA, New York, Chicago. You know what I'm saying? This is why. And this is why they got the building design like this. This is what these is about. These 2 points all that energy is being harnessed off these 2 points right here. Off that one, that's the Sears Tower, and then the John Hancock. Cause I'm real Chicago, so I'm not calling that shit no Willis Tower. Cause you know somebody in the comments, no, it's really called the Willis Tower.
Yeah, they didn't change the name and shit.
Oh, that's if your ass just got to Chicago. I'm from Chicago, born and raised.
I ain't born and raised there, but my blood from there and shit. You can say I grew up there, shit, in the black neighborhoods and the Latino neighborhoods. I used to be running around there as a kid, the entire city by myself, like I was from there.
You know what I'm saying? That's gonna always be the Sears Tower. Fuck out of here. I'm not never finna be no Willis Tower. The Sears Tower,
Facts.
like
the
I
Sears
said,
Tower,
the Sears Tower right here in the John Hancock. It's the John Hancock. That's the Sears Tower. I'm looking at it.
I used to go down there with my grandma and my cousins. My cousin used to take me with him to his college classes, his art classes. And I used to go shopping down there with my grandma now. She'd take all of us shopping, no bullshit. Chicago, that's a beautiful ass place, man. Also a very important place in the United States. It's more than just mobsters and prohibition and Chirac. It's more than that there. They got all of that going on there to distract you from the beauty of the city, the origin of the city, what was there before they fucking perverted it and demonized it.
But yeah, though. So, but this is why Chicago, downtown Chicago look like that, and they using that energy to control the ancestral energy of Chicago, because Chicago, the land of Chicago, one of the most powerful tribes.
You hear me? Listen.
The Illinois Confederacy, you got all that energy still there from Chief Chicago, Chief Black Hawk, and all of that. So that's why it's so much violence like that. It's all spell work being used from that.
Listen.
And controlling the energy and the energetic points along the 33rd parallel. Oh, yeah. I told y'all it's one of them. It's one of them. You feel me? All being revealed. You know what I'm saying? We ain't slowing down no downloads for nothing. You feel me? All right, so let me show y'all another one though.
I'll be back.
I'm gonna show y'all a few. I'm gonna show y'all they top 13 because they like to play with that number.
Facts.
Because of the 13 original families, you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
But yeah, okay. So CNN headquarters building is also on the 33rd parallel because this is downtown Atlanta. But where this building is at, it's a lot of energy right on that land right there that the building is built over. Because remember, this is all the capital of Atlantis. So I had to show y'all that though.